Beth and Doug, two people who have no problem getting dates with their partners of choice. What they do have, however, is a very awkward encounter after spending one hot night together following a drunken wedding reception that they attend. Joining us now to talk more about the show, The Way We Get By, is Jessica Osborne, who plays Beth. So, Jessica, this sounds pretty cool, and I'm just learning some new things about the Ox Dog. You guys have been very busy over there.
Yeah.
So, contemporary piece, this is something that would be a good date night, a good centerpiece to a night out in Oddville.
Oh, heck yeah. Yeah, this play is so funny and romantic. I mean, if you have a date, you want to take your wife or your partner, your girlfriend or potential new beau out to somewhere, this is where you want to go to basically make them believe that love is happening and could be possible.
Okay.
You know, because you walk away from this play with your heart literally just full. It's
Really?
so romantic. I mean,
Okay.
you don't think of Neil LaBute as a writer that is romantic.
None at
but
all.
This is his first truly romantic comedy.
Really?
I read this, I cried, I laughed, and I started to believe that maybe love was possible again.
That's interesting. Yeah, because I mean, for folks that may not be familiar with Neil LaBute in The Company of Men, your friends and neighbors, look those up. You'll know exactly what we're talking about. Very, very hard writer to sometimes wrap because he writes about very bad people.
Yes.
So are these bad people that turn good?
No.
Or they're just good people?
They're just average, everyday Joes that have, they're two people that have been in each other's lives for a long time, which you gradually discover. And they've always felt that way about the other person, but for whatever reason, they didn't act on it.
Okay.
And in this drunken night, they finally act on it. And so
Okay.
it becomes, where are they going to take this? Is this going to be an awkward one-night stand, or is this going to be the potential for something more? And they go through an entire journey in one night in discussing what it's like to date nowadays, which is so hard, so confusing. Nobody really knows what each other is thinking. Everyone's too afraid to say what everyone's thinking. And Neil really nails it with his language and how he talks about how we interact nowadays as a social society, which is really screwed up.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, so I'm curious about this. Obviously an intimate play. Tell us a little bit about how you develop this work. I mean, obviously, when you develop these kind of this intimate work with another actor on stage, there are a lot of things that come out for you. So talk about your journey, that you have had in connecting with the character of Beth.
Well, it's crazy, really, because it's almost like I could have written this this person. Almost everything that she says, I have either experienced or been through, and so there's both been a challenge in that, but also, in reliving many bad relationships and interactions, but also remembering what that was like and how to move forward from that. So in a sense, there's kind of a, how can I move forward with that in a way?
Yeah.
But I would say it's been incredibly challenging for me to be Beth because all of the words are so true and so realistic. They literally could have come out of my mouth. And so it's been, the hardest thing has been to learn the lines, really, because it's so specific. Like a yep means something different to a yeah. And, of course, as you know, like you tend to paraphrase sometimes as an actor and get the gist of a sentence, but in this particular case, it means something very different if you say yeah to yep. So you want to make sure that you get it right, and that's been really difficult.
Yeah, yeah. So I want to mention this just closed off Broadway, making its debut here in New Mexico at the Ox Dog Theater. When do we open?
We open next Friday, Friday the 13th, I think. Oh, dear.
Oh, really? Yep, right there, Jessica, November 13th through the 29th at Ox Dog. It's the new Black Box space. You guys have two new spaces now. So get out there and see it. Someone wants to get tickets, Jess. What's the best way to do that?
To oxdog.com.
Okay.
Yeah, oxdog.com, and then look for the calendar and look for the date that you're looking to buy, and from there.
There you go. All right, break legs with the run of the show again, guys. For a full recap on this and how to get tickets, head over to casa.com. Now we're